What's going on, everyone? So, the Washington Wizards are a team that have been linked to the Los Angeles Lakers, and there are some reports, murmurs going around that Malcolm Brogdon may be a target for the Los Angeles Lakers. Obviously, Jonas Valanciunas is, I still believe, probably most likely to end up the Lakers center. We got some time between now and the next game. Hopefully, something gets done in the next few days, maybe even while you're watching this video, we get a notification of a potential Wizards trade. Kyle Kuzma is somebody else that's been linked to the Los Angeles Lakers, and Malcolm Brogdon. He's a guy that has been linked on several occasions as well, but kind of more talk now because, again, Lakers are expected to kind of make some traction here in the coming days, particularly for a Valanciunas because they need a center option. Lakers really want to upgrade the guard position, kind of get more athleticism, point of attack defense, things like that, and then as well as the center spot. And then particularly if they can, a 3-and-D wing. They want to get some more two-way guys. Malcolm Brogdon in practice, right? The idea is that, he would provide that, give you some size, give you some athleticism, give you some defense, right? Healthy Malcolm Brogdon, we have seen, can be that kind of, Drew Holiday, Derek White type guy. The problem is that he is not healthy, right? He's not a guy that you can rely on regularly, and he's starting to kind of get on the wrong side of things here, right? He's 32 years old, so he's already on the wrong side of 30. Usually guys don't get healthier once they start getting into the 30s in the NBA, and this is a guy that's already had his issues, particularly with just the injury part of things. Also this season, he's not having this spectacular shooting season, which is another concern. But going over kind of the numbers, right? He's only played in 9 games. He started 8 of them. He's averaged 24 minutes a game. He is shooting 49.5% total from the field on 10.1 attempts. So that's not bad, 50% total from the field. However, he is shooting 33.3% on 2.3 threes a game, which is not good. Now, he is a career 40% guy. He is a career 39% on 4.3 attempts. Last season, he was 41.2 on 5.1 attempts, and then the previous year, 44.4 on 4 attempts. 2-point percentage this season on 7.8 attempts. He's shooting 54.3%. He has an EFG of 53.3%. Foul line, he's shooting on 3.6 attempts, 84.4%. He is averaging 4 rebounds, 3 assists, half a steal, half a block, and 14 points a game. Now, again, the problem is his health, right? The 3-point shooting, can they get back up? Again, big difference playing alongside, Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma and Jonas Valanciunas and LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and whoever else is on that team once things line up. But particularly LeBron James and Anthony Davis. He's going to get looks unlike anything he's ever gotten, right? And in concept, right, Malcolm Brogdon is an excellent option, right? Guy that can initiate the offense, guy that can play on ball, play off ball, right? But that kind of two-way defensive 3-and-D guard that can slot alongside LeBron James and Anthony Davis, right? 6'4" in size. He's 225, I believe, weight-wise. So again, good, serviceable, can essentially defend 1 through 3 on most nights when healthy. He's had better defensive seasons than this season, but again, you look at his track record, right? He's played 9 games this season. He's basically missed half the season already. He played 39 the previous year. He did play 67 games with Boston. So if he could play 67 games, if he could kind of be that guy year in and year out, okay, maybe now you're talking, right? Because, again, you're talking, 67 games, 65 is basically the league standard now. But beyond that, 36 games, 56 games, 54 games, 64 games, 48 games, 75 games. He's not a guy that, again, you could, you're lucky if he gives you 50 games. So is that something that is worth the investment for the Lakers, right? And he's not. Good thing is he doesn't have 5 years on his deal. He's on an expiring contract, $22.5 million. Thing is, though, is if you take him and say a Valanciunas, right? Well, you're talking $33 million or $34 million that you'd have to send out, $35 million. Now, you could do D'Lo as well as Rui Hachimura at that point for a Malcolm Brogdon and a Jonas Valanciunas. You could stack a couple guys, right? Like you could do like D'Lo, Gabe Vincent would get you to 29 million. You need to do another like 6 million. Maybe do like a Jalen Hood-Schifino and a Christian Wood. Maybe to kind of clear some roster spots. Can you maybe do something like that and kind of clear off some space? Give up an extra second or something for them doing you the service. I mean, they don't care. They're trying to tank as much as possible anyway, and they have the money to kind of waive guys if need be. Maybe they do something like that, and then you'd still have Rui and like Jared Vanderbilt and stuff like that to go and make other moves, make other trades. Maybe you can go get that 3-and-D Wayne. Maybe you still go look to go get Dorian Finney-Smith, or maybe you pivot to go get somebody else. Personally, if it's me, stay away from Malcolm Brogdon. I would rather have Bruce Brown. I know Bruce Brown hasn't really played or anything like that, but he's been healthier over the years, and he's just more proven on what we need, right? Now, he isn't the 40% career three-point shooter. He's actually like what Malcolm Brogdon is shooting this season, but he's younger. You're kind of going under the assumption like, okay, yes, maybe Malcolm Brogdon can bounce back, but again, the best ability is availability, right? So if Bruce Brown can, whenever he comes back, give you the rest of the season, where Malcolm Brogdon, it's like, okay, is he playing 20 games this year? Is he playing another 40 games? Like, is he going to play the rest of the season maybe, right? Like, that's where the dilemma lies. So, if maybe, like, you get the flexibility, you could, like, here would be my argument for why you'd go get Malcolm Brogdon, right? He gives you the point of attack guard that you need. If he can stay healthy, he's exactly what the Lakers need, right? 3-and-D defensive guard that can, especially if he can get back to 40%, right? Ideal, right? He'd be great. And he's on an expiring contract, so it gives you flexibility, right? It gives you, like, if it does work, you can work out a new deal and maybe give him, like, 3 years, 30 million or something like that, right? Or 3 years, 36 million, something like that. Kind of keep him on the timeline, right? Maybe 2 years, 30 million, something. Basically get him on a lesser deal. Can you knock off like 8 to 10 million off of what he made this year to kind of clear salary? LeBron James can take a discount, right? If it doesn't work and he can't stay healthy or anything, you kind of just let him walk and you clear 22 million off the books, or 22.5 million off the books. Plus, like I said, LeBron James can take a discount, plus whatever contracts you have fallen off based on whatever's left. And then you kind of retool in the offseason. That would kind of be an argument. But if you're going to do that, I'd rather just go get Brandon Ingram, right? Like, I understand Brandon Ingram's going to be out a month or two, too. He has his injuries, but the upside and potential is just so much higher, right? And you could probably get him for pennies on the dollar. And he makes more sense post LeBron James and Anthony Davis, right? Like, if it's Malcolm Brogdon or Brandon Ingram, I'd rather have Brandon Ingram because you still kind of get the same thing. If it works, great. You keep him, sign him a new deal, not max, not 40, 50 million, but can you get him, 4 years, 100 million, 4 years, 120 million, and maybe kind of like stagger it to where you have flexibility right now as you're making the push for the championship. Maybe it kind of inflates later on, right? Maybe you could do something like that. You still would get the flexibility. If it doesn't work, you let him walk, or, you sign him, you clear, let's say you get him for 30 million, right? You clear whatever is 6 million off the books, plus LeBron James still take the discount. Like, it ends up being the same result. But you're getting a better player, overall better player, and somebody that can take the pressure off of LeBron, take the pressure off Anthony Davis. Like, Malcolm Brogdon's not a guy that you're like, here, go, give us 25 tonight and take over and be the second guy on any given night, right? It's just, I just would prefer to stay away from Malcolm Brogdon. And, what does Washington want? I don't think that they're just going to give him away, right? They're better off using him as an expiring contract and maybe taking on some bad salary and getting a couple seconds or a pick. Maybe a team would be willing to give up a first if they can get off of some long-term money. Like, I don't think it makes a lot of sense for either team, right? Like, you're not giving up a first for Malcolm Brogdon, even with Brogdon and Valanciunas, right? If you could do it for, say, 3 seconds and you could get both, maybe it's worth it, right? Or 4 seconds. Maybe it's kind of like, okay, like, you still have your first, you still have, especially if you can stack some contracts, like I said, to where Gabe Vincent, D'Angelo Russell, so that way they're not taking on long-term salary either, so it's just fair. Or you do Rui, right? Give them Rui back and, Gabe Vincent or whatever, and then they can look to flip Rui, and then you can kind of have D'Lo as an expiring to go make some other moves. To me, it's just like if you can pull something off, right? There have been talks and reports that, Lakers Nation talked about how, D'Lo for Valanciunas, but, they said it couldn't be just for Valanciunas. It has to be for somebody else. So is it a Brogdon? Is it a Kyle Kuzma? If it was Brogdon or Kyle Kuzma, I would rather have Kyle Kuzma. I'm not really big on Kyle Kuzma. Like, he's probably one of my least favorite. He's just very inefficient is my problem. But if it was like Kyle Kuzma or Malcolm Brogdon, I'd rather take Kyle Kuzma. Plus, his contract drops every year, although he's not expiring. So I just, personally, if you're going to get anybody from the Wizards, get Valanciunas and just call it a day, right? And then go focus your attention on other guys. I'd rather go get a Bruce Brown. He's making the same money. He's making $23 million instead of $22.5. But also, he was willing to be a Laker. He was supposed to take Gabe Vincent's money, but then he got that balloon payment, right, from the Indiana Pacers. So he probably would stick around, and you could pay him like $11 million a year, clear $13 million off the books. LeBron could take it'd still be the same result. But he's just more proven at what you need and been healthier over the years than Malcolm Brogdon. So I just would prefer that route. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, and I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? And what are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you think, stay away, as far away from Malcolm Brogdon as possible? Do you think, no, if you can get Brogdon, Valanciunas for the right price, make it happen, take the risk is worth the reward, right? Got to take some chances, which I do get, got to take some chances, right? But again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, either way, I would love to hear it, so let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot, so we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.